is currently 1 a.m., almost 2 a.m., and I am still awake. So I thought, why not do a video to help other people sleep? And maybe it'll help me relax. So I did this earlier at work. Oh my god, isn't it so pretty? I love these type of pictures the most on here. I think that this is Japanese style because I think it's the kimonos that have the bow on the back. I'm not an expert though, so please don't kill me if I'm wrong. Do y'all remember that band Smile DK? I feel so lonely in my kimono. Smile DK. They're the ones that did I'm a little butterfly, green, black, and blue, make the colors in the sky. Yeah, everybody knows that one. Okay, so we're gonna do this one. Now I'm going to describe to you my ASMR experiences. So my earliest memory of getting ASMR is in preschool. So I was about like 4 years old. We had a big square rug, and we would sit around the perimeter of the rug. At the beginning of class, sometimes we would turn towards the person we were sitting next to, and we would be facing the person's back, and then your back would be facing the person behind you, right? Do you get it? Am I describing that okay? And we would take our finger and write out words on the person's back with our finger. I remember when I felt the person writing on my back, I would get this amazing fluffy sensation. Personally, I think tingles sounds more spiky, you know what I mean? Like it sounds sharp, but the feeling for me is very fuzzy, fluffy, soft. I have no idea where I'm supposed to. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, I got this really fuzzy feeling whenever they would write on my back, and then there was one time I got so relaxed that I didn't write on the person's back in front of me because I was just so relaxed, and they got mad. They were like, "Hey, you didn't do my back," and they probably got ASMR from it too, so that's why they were mad. They were like, "You better fucking give me my tingles." Okay, anyway. In elementary school, I remember, like, kindergarten, really, because preschool's not real school, you know what I mean? When you finally enter real school, at that age, I was like 5, 6, 7, 5, whatever. The teacher would come over and mark on my paper with a Sharpie. She would be like standing above me because I'm like a 2 foot, and I'm in the little baby chair, and she's standing over me. And she comes over and marks my paper with Sharpie. And I just remember the smell and the sound of the Sharpie was so tingling. I loved it. And like not in the crackhead kind of way, because I know some people be sniffing Sharpies to get high. Like it was never that for me. That came later in life. It was just relaxing. Alright, I had to wait for a plane to pass. Okay. So yeah, the teacher being above me and softly speaking and like marking on my paper, it was all very ASMR, okay? And then there were moments in media that I would get ASMR too. So I had tapes of Elmo's World, right? And there was a segment where a girl was showing her pet, like it was like the pet segment. Elmo has Dorothy the goldfish, and there were other kids who had pets, and there was this girl, she was showing off her cat. What? I cannot. Oh, there it is. She was showing off her cat, and the cat's name was Patches, and girl, the cat was so over it, like it looked so bored. But the girl, her voice rewind the tape because it was so tingly. There was also a birthday episode of Elmo's World, and there was a segment where this little boy was baking a cake with his dad, and I found that very tingly. And in the same episode, there was a girl who was wrapping presents, but girl, she was wrapping a present in tin foil. Yes, aluminum foil. You know, the foil that you wrap food in. She was wrapping a birthday present in foil. Oh my god, there's another plane. Are you kidding me? So yeah, she was wrapping a present, a birthday present in foil, and then she put a bow on top. Like, that was so ghetto. But you know what? It was tingly, you know, the crinkly, you know. And I would just rewind the tape. So yeah, Blue's Clues was also my number one show as a kid, and there were some many moments where we just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. And they would send in segments of the kids, and yeah, just depending on whatever it was, there might be certain sounds and whatnot. I remember there was like a bedtime, like a nighttime episode about being sleepy. Literally, it was an episode about being sleepy, honestly, and it was this girl's and her little sister's bedtime routine, and it was so sweet. I hope somebody out there knows what I'm talking about and can like relate, because that episode was really sweet because she was looking out the window with her sister and she was like, "Do you see the moon?" It was so sweet. Anyway, but yeah, at the time I did not know what ASMR was. You know what I mean? I'm just a little kid. I'm just experiencing things. So, you know, I just loved this feeling and I wasn't understanding like why it was happening. It wasn't until middle school that I had to know what was going on, because I felt like a weirdo. I was like, what is going on? So the experience that really like sent me over the edge, I was in art class and the teacher was standing next to my table, and she was demonstrating how to mold clay into a pot, or like, you know, like a bowl. And I was drowning in tingles. I didn't move an inch because, like I said, I didn't know what ASMR was. So at this time, whenever it would happen, it would be random, and if I moved around too much, the tingles would stop. So I was just like, I'm not gonna mess this up. Like, I'm not gonna move an inch. And it was so relaxing. I can't describe to you how, like, it just like poured all over me. So I'm basically drooling, okay? And she's like softly explaining and molding the clay. She's like right above me. And then with only my eyes, I look around, because I'm at a table. There's people sitting across from me. There's students across from me. And I'm like, just with my eyes, I'm just trying to see, like, is anybody else like visibly experiencing what I'm experiencing? Because I was in heaven, okay? And everybody else looks normal. They seem normal. If anything, the kids seem bored because art is like, you know, not cool, you know. So, you know, like I just felt weird in that moment because I'm like, everybody else seems to be just experiencing this like it's a normal thing and nothing's happening, while I am like, I'm going to drown and I don't want to move because this feeling is so good that, you know what I mean? So I had my own laptop at this point, which I do think I was too young for that, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I don't know what exact verbiage I typed in Google, but basically I was just trying to look it up, like fuzzy feeling from head that travels down your body, yada yada yada. And I clicked on an article, and it was explaining what ASMR was. I believe this was the year 2010. So like this was like fresh, cause like on YouTube there was a whispering community, right? But like they weren't called ASMR yet, because ASMR was such like, I don't even know if it was a coined term. I don't know when it was coined, but at this point it was. You know what I mean? And inside the article, they linked no other than the queen herself, Gentle Whispering. They linked her video, and I had hit the jackpot, okay? Because no longer was it just a random feeling that I wouldn't know if I could ever feel again, you know what I mean? Dedicate their videos to triggering this specific feeling, and I thought that was so amazing. I think that was the best night I slept in my life. I was so happy. I am trying to find the color where it's supposed to go, and I can't, like, I'm not seeing it at all. Bruh, okay, it's gotta be on her robe somewhere, right? Okay, whatever, we'll come back to it. Okay, but, yeah, I was so excited about it that in theater class the next day, I shared it with my class, because my theater teacher was cool like that. She would let us share things at the beginning of class, anything. I talked about a lot of stuff actually. I remember I watched the Japanese horror film Audition, which is crazy. That movie's crazy, but I remember being so like, I'm 10 and this is deep. I thought it was such a deep movie because I was like, wow, he was blinded by love, you know. And I remember going to class and like raving about it. But yeah, that day, the very next day, I discovered ASMR. I was raving about it. I was like, have you ever felt tingles when somebody plays in your hair, or like you hear rain? And I was like, well, guess what? It's a thing. um, so yeah. So basically, since then, I have listened to ASMR every night, or every single day, really. You know, sometimes I used to watch it just anytime. Honestly, most of my YouTube subscriptions are ASMR channels, and most of my suggestions are ASMR. That's most of the content I consume, and it just helps me relax and sleep. But as you can see right now, I'm up making my own ASMR. But again, like, it is what it is, man. I've been emotionally brought up some emotional stuff tonight, and it's just very hard to turn that off and just get into sleep mode. So, you know, and then I'm at the point where my stomach's growling again, and you know how that goes. I'm not the type of person that can sleep when my stomach's hungry. But let me tell you about the weirdest ASMR experience I had. So, ever since, I can trigger ASMR by just watching videos, right? Real life ASMR is rare. You have to have the very perfect conditions for ASMR to happen in real life, you know what I mean? And this was the weirdest real life ASMR I had. So, I used to work in a hospital, and that probably was the most stressful job I ever had in my life. It was really bad. There's so many planes, oh my god, like, personally, I don't mind it. Like, I even turned off my heater because it's white noise, and like, some people don't like that. Girl, I have to have white noise to go to sleep, but at the end of the day, that I don't know. I just want this to be whispering and not plain sounds in the background. So anyway, and I was taking my lunch break. I was in the cafeteria eating my lunch, and my boss came and sat down across from me and started explaining something. Like, it was so long ago, so I don't really know what she was saying. But I remember getting like flooded with tingles in my head and down my arms. And this was weird because one, the job was very stressful, like I said, and then in of itself, my lunch break was only 30 minutes, which you might think is enough time, but like that job, like oh my god, I can't even talk about it. But I had to like scarf down my food, you know what I'm saying? And then get right back to work. Oh, I can't find it. I can't find it. But yeah, and then also I don't have to explain to you, like, if your boss comes and bothers you on your break, that's like, that's annoying. So this was just a really weird situation for my brain to go, ooh, relax time, It was very weird. Okay, we're gonna skip that because I don't know where it's at. Like maybe, yeah, I can't find it. 57. Do you see 57? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, oh, there it is. So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny though, because like maybe it was because she was so close to me, like she got right up in front of me at the table and she was like softly explaining something. It was like kind of like a personal attention moment type, you know what I mean? So maybe that's what it was. But I remember feeling like I remember feeling the tingles and like I couldn't barely listen to her, you know what I mean? Um, but it felt really nice. And honestly, yeah, I don't remember the last time I had in real life tingles because it just happens so rarely, like life is always so bustling and even trying to film this video right now, there's so many planes going by, so many cars, even though it's 1:30 in the morning, there's cars going by that are loud. Here comes another damn plane. So yeah, my top ASMR people, of course, Gentle Whispering, because she is my first, okay, and I love her so much. She is such an angel, and I love and respect her so much. And as of right now, there is only one other ASMR artist that I can compare to Maria Gentle Whispering, and that is Jubilee, Allison Jubilee. She is amazing. Like, I just recently discovered her channel. Like, I'm so late to her channel. So yeah, she's been around just as long as Maria, I believe, and I found her, a little over a year ago, and it's not been the same since. Like, I need her to go to sleep. Like, I have a whole playlist of the best ASMR, and it's 90% of her videos. Whenever she does the GTA ear to ear whisper with the rain, she's driving in the car in GTA 5. Oh my god, I know I'm sleeping good, girl. Ooh, look at this. And another one, ASMR Planet. I really like her. She is British, and so the accent's nice. And then she is so creative. Like, she'll create stuff, and she's got her own little fidget jewelry company. I think that's so cool. So I like ASMR Planet. Let's see, who else do I gotta shout out? I like White Rabbit ASMR. She's also someone who's very creative with her videos. I do watch Haley Jean. I'm not gonna lie, I think I've fallen asleep maybe to like one or two of her videos, but for the most part, I pregame with Haley Jean, like, because sometimes it's a little too interesting, because she she does like the book review type stuff, and I used to be a huge reader when I was a kid. Like, oh my goodness, I am so like disappointed that I can't read anymore. Like, I fried my brain. Just say no, kids, do not do drugs. I fried my brain. I can't read anymore. Like, physically, it's like impossible. I just can't get into it. And I used to be a maladaptive daydreamer. And so I honestly think I fried my imagination. it's just so weird. These things I used to enjoy a lot, and like it's like my brain short circuited, and I can't do it anymore. Because I used to write, I used to read, I used to daydream, like, be so creative, and like I can't do it anymore. So even though I have no interest in like picking up the books that she talks about, it's still very interesting. Okay, so this is the last one, and I still don't see where it's at. But yeah, Haley Jean, I pregame with her. And then Jubilee, like their schedule is Haley Jean, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Jubilee, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and then I think Maria does it once a week. But Maria's expecting a child soon. Oh, there it is. Look at that, we did it. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, but those are my main girlies right now. Maria, Jubilee, Haley Jean, White Rabbit, ASMR Planet. I really miss Dana ASMR. She hasn't uploaded in like, I don't even know how long. And, she hasn't like updated her YouTube at all. And the issue with YouTube right now with ASMR is that they add like pre-roll, like mid-roll, mid-roll ads. And if you don't like actively try to stop that, then it'll have a mid-roll ad, you know what I'm saying? So because Dana has not updated her YouTube, you know, some of the great videos that she has had has mid-roll ads in it now. So you gotta get that ad block, girl, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, but she's long gone. She hasn't done anything with YouTube, so that's really sad. But I used to love her. My favorite video was the robot one. It's so good. It's so high tech. Like, girl, she's at the standard with that video, that roleplay. I'm looking through my playlist right now so I don't forget nobody. Isabel Imagination. I like her. This girl's kind of new. Where she's Lizzie ASMR. I mean, I don't know how new she is, but she's new to me because I've just been getting into Russian. Rosia. I've been getting into Russian because of iSpeak. As you know, that's like what I've been doing on my other channel. This iSpeak covers. And I learned to read Cyrillic literally just because I was sick of not knowing what was going on. Like, what do these symbols mean? So, I actually did learn Cyrillic back in the day from Maria Gentle Whispering, you know what I mean? Because she had a video, an ASMR video. But because I live in America and like I don't know anybody that uses Cyrillic, I just didn't have any practice for it, so I like lost it. And then because of K-pop, I learned to read Hangul, and there's certain ones that I find similar. I don't know, it's kind of weird. So these are the other ones, the type of vibe that I want to do. Look at that. Yeah, I like this vibe. I really do. So, but like the G sound in Cyrillic in Korean kind of looks similar to me. I don't know, the D sound kind of looks similar. I don't know, maybe it's just in my head and I'm weird, but like, I don't know. Like, I think I'm kind of good at like reading and learning like a language that way. But then when it comes to like pronunciation rules and grammar, that's where I'm like, oh, that's also a part of language. Cool. I'm basically in a situation where I can read Cyrillic for the most part, and then I can read Korean for the most part, but then I don't know what anything means, so like, is there any use? I find that so funny. Like, what's the next language I'm gonna learn to read that I don't find any use for? Like, let me also Shunya. I've been watching her because, you know, like I said, ASMR Russian has been on my radar. So I like her. She's similar age to me. She seems really cool. I just started that one so it'll save. And then I kind of like this one too. So yeah, I'm just gonna start this so it can save and I can do it later. So those are what I already did, and then I can come back to that later. So yeah, I've been rambling enough. So yeah, those are my ASMR experiences, how I discovered ASMR.